1380 WISH Clinton, WISH FM 101.1 W266 AM Clinton, WQL.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show, and got Mike here with me again tonight, and glad to have you, Mike.
Good to be back again.
Good to be back again. That's right, folks. We've got several things going on here tonight. I got some good fishing reports, and then some not so good. Got Watts Bar, Dale Holla, Norris, all three right here close, and got some people been fishing on all three of the lakes, Mike, and I'll pass that along here in a little bit. Want to say hello to Dad and to Bill and Polly and Gay, and Bill tried to call you there a little while ago, and I hope you all were out eating or something of that nature. Mike and I kind of looked for you to be by the show, be over here waiting on us to get here, and so we're disappointed whenever we pulled in and didn't see you all. So anyway, if you get a chance a little bit, give us a call and let us know how things are going. And on the rehabbing the knee, and I know you're ready to go fishing. I done talked to Max and heard all about that, so that sounds good. Also, too, I want to say happy birthday to my grandson, Wesley. Yesterday was his birthday, and I told his mama I'd tell him happy birthday.
Yeah,
so,
happy birthday.
Yeah, he's 15 going on 40, Mike.
Yeah, that's right. That's where they are. There you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say that, but I couldn't help myself.
I know it. I know it. That's
Happy birthday, Wes. He's supposed to be watching. I hope he is. Anyway, got a lot of things going on. Mike and I, the film we got for tonight is some crappie film he and I shot Monday.
it was Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, Monday. On Watts Bar, and so we're going to go to that film, and then we're going to come back, and Mike's going to tell us how he catches them.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan, you ready? Not quite yet. Okay, that's fine and dandy. We'll keep on. Tony Gallagher, I hadn't heard from you in a couple of weeks, buddy. I'd like for you to give us a call over here and let us know everything's okay. And maybe I didn't get any pictures, so undoubtedly you've not been fishing, so I guess you've been busy. But do give us a call and let us know what's going on, if you would, with you, and we'd like to hear from you for sure.
I did talk to Mr. Everett down there the other day, and he said they caught a few on the chartreuse grub.
Few on the chartreuse grub.
Yeah.
Okay, that just kind of plays right in. I fished a grub there Monday, Mike. You know, when Mike was drowning his minnows up on the front of the boat, I was in the back throwing that grub, and I throwed the pearl white and the yellow and white and the yellow, and then I finally got down and got chartreuse grub with the glitter in it.
Yeah.
And didn't take but a couple of casts, and I had one.
Yeah. I think
And
you ended up catching 3 on that grub.
yeah, caught 3 and missed 2 or 3 more on it. You know, hit it and just missed it. And okay, thank you, buddy. That was you know, pearl white's always been my favorite grub for them crappie, but and I don't know why they didn't take it down there the other day, but it didn't take me but just a minute to get a bite on that chartreuse with the silver glitter.
I think that water's still got just a shade of color to it down there right now for some reason or another.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, Mike. It did have a little touch of color. It wasn't that real good, clean, clear water that we normally see this time of year, and off and on, depending on the rainfall. But I thought it was the sparkle in the grub myself. That glitter, that silver glitter in there, that tail's wiggling on that thing, and the sunlight penetration and that kind of thing. But then again, heck, a couple of them bites I got was 20, 25 foot deep.
It was.
And on that thing. So I don't know. We'll see. I
know that there's times that you talk to some of the guys that's catching them, like an uncle of ours, Gary, down there, and he's throwing something that ain't got no tail movement at all. It's like a skirt back there, it just lays there, or just
tube.
a flat
He's
tail,
tube bait,
flat tail, or something like that.
that.
Sometimes that big fast wiggle, they just don't want it.
Yeah. Well, I definitely believe that when the water gets colder, but that water down there the other day was what, 50,
54.
54, 55 degrees. Yeah. And now, when it gets down into the 40s, mid 40s, your bait fish, they'll just, you can see them coming down the bank where there's current or what have you, or out in the middle of the pockets and stuff. But anyway, when you find the minnows, they're just quivering, Mike.
Oh yeah.
They're just, they're
colder it gets, the slower they get.
That's exactly right. So you don't want a bait with a lot of action in it. In that type of situation, because they're sucking them minnows up, and they're, the bass, the crappie, and everything else feeding on them. They're getting them, and they're just barely moving.
Barely moving too.
And so I don't know what the deal is.
It's easier to run them down when they're like
easier to run them down. Yeah, exactly right. Without a doubt. Anyway, we'll show the film and come back, and we'll talk about the crappie fishing then. All right, folks. I think I've got the camera working here. Mike and I just got the boat in the water, and yeah, that there's what we're fixing to do. We're fixing to drown a few minnows here, see if we can get some crappie. And remember our sponsors, folks, on the Let's Go Fishing show. And it's getting close to Christmas, and hopefully we can find some crappie here to eat and see what's going on. So stay tuned. Mike will be right back with you with the catfish on the line.
How about that?
And I'm going to try to catch some crappie while he's fooling with them catfish. So stay tuned. We'll get back with you shortly. See what Mike's looking for here, folks. Trying to find some structure. He's been here before. He knows kind of what he's trying to find right here.
Tree and stuff out in.
Got a tree, got a few fish over there on the downscan side. Okay, I think we're going to drop in right here. We'll get back with you shortly. Yeah, Mike got a little small crappie there right off the get-go. Try to get a big one. Got another small crappie there. All right.
There's some minnows off, that's for sure.
Yeah, taking the minnows. Okay. Foul hooked a little in there. Thought he had a good one there. Okay. Keep at it. All right, Mike, I believe you got her first keeper there.
Yeah.
Done good. Okie dokie. That's a starter. Okey-doke.
Yeah. You jumped on me about catching them old catfish, and then here you are one.
Yeah.
All right, throw him back, get you another mineral.
All right. Boy, that Mike's got a dandy crappie there now. I mean a dandy. That looks good, Mike. Real good.
That'll fill a skillet up.
Yeah, that right there fill a skillet up. Yeah, buddy. You ain't kidding. That's a dandy. All right, we need about a dozen of them. Crappie right there now, folks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Attaboy, Mike. Yeah. I believe we might have found a little spot here. Yeah, boy. All right, got him. Get another.
Yes, sir.
There's another one. Well, he's not big as them others, Mike. He's a keeper.
Yeah, you keep it.
Okay, them big ones make up the difference. Good deal.
That might be a rockfish or something.
All right, Mike's got something on here. We don't know what this is.
It's been all over the lake.
Been all over the lake, he said.
Yeah. Run in that door for some reason. Oh, that's a rockfish.
Oh, that's what's going on there.
Yeah, he's that lake.
Yeah, look at him there. Yeah. Okay, Mike, you can handle that right there. I'm gonna try to catch a crappie.
Sure, it won't that. Striper down there, so we'll beat around on it a little more here. Yes, he's goes around here and found one on a grub there. Look yonder. Yeah. That's a good crappie.
I'll take that.
Take that and do.
Boy,
All right.
what's wrong with that fish?
No, not a bit. We'll put him in the box and we'll eat him.
Yeah.
Sure did.
All right, Mike, he laid his rod down there and come back up here and picked it up while he was filming me and had one on.
Had one on too.
Now, that's the way we're supposed to do them, Mike.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a real good job.
Yeah. Nothing on that grub. Huh?
Good sized fish right there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Crappie or
Oh,
catfish.
got little whiskers on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's he doing hitting that chartreuse minnow?
Well, he thought it was something to eat anyway. Yeah, Steve found him another crappie back there.
Yeah.
All right.
Big folks. Attaboy, Mike. Looking better all the time. How deep was he? 26, 27 feet. Okay. All right. Got him. Good deal, Mike. All right, folks. Mike's too busy fishing up there, so I had to film this myself.
Hold us on the spot.
Hold us on the spot. Yeah. All right. We'll get him in the box. Get another. Mike with a crappie. No. Same striper, Mike. Okay. Yellow-bellied stripe. Okay. Try to get something else here. Got something on here pretty good size. We don't know what it is yet. It's doing a lot of running around.
Oh, it's a big rock, I'd say.
Big rock fish.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I believe it is too, Mike. He's pulling the boat. Pulling the boat. It may be a cat, but we think it's a rock.
Oh, he's running too much to be a catfish.
Yeah.
Come up too quick.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd say he's one of them 10, 15 pounders, I guess. Yeah. We'll see what it is here in a second. Maybe. Hard to catch crappie and them things right there around.
Yeah.
Whoa. I hear drag slipping.
He done slipped a lot of drag.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. No net, nothing but a pair of needle nose pliers. Here he comes. Well, I thought he was going to come up. Hey, I see him out there now. Yeah. Well, he's just a 10-pounder. Just a 10-pounder. Yeah.
You think 10's all?
Yeah, I believe it's about 10 pounds all he is, Mike. Sure do. All right, we'll get him off and try to get back on the crappie here before it gets dark. Good keeping crappie.
Yeah.
How deep was that fish, Mike?
28.
Huh?
About 28.
About 28. All righty, we'll get back at it. All right, there Mike is with another good crappie. Attaboy, Mike. Yep. All right, Mike's got a small crappie there. Don't know if it'll keep or not, but we're going to check him there and see. No.
Tad close.
Okay. All right. Get back and get another.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Mike's busy fishing. I got a good keeper right there. Yeah. Speckled crappie. Boy, they got some shoulders on them. We'll get another one here in a minute. He's got one on up there now. All righty. Oh, yeah. Yeah, boy. That's two good ones right there out of the same spot. Good deal, Mike. Good deal. Mike's got a good keeper right there now. Okay, Mike, that looks good. Looks good. I got one on here too. I gotta cut the camera off and wind my reel a little bit here. Let's see here what's going on. I don't know if that one's gonna keep or not. He'll be close. Yeah, I believe he will, Mike. I believe he will. All right. All right, Mike's got a good keeper up there, and I got one here that won't keep, I don't believe. Mike, I'm going to throw him back anyway.
Back.
Yeah. All right, he's gone. Let's get back at it.
Back at it.
All right, get a little picture of the depth finder there. Show what we're setting over top of right here. All right, folks, we're back. There you go, Mike. I don't know. How many crappie we have?
17's what we brought home. Yeah.
Brought home 17. Okay, here's what I got. Water temperature 54, 56 degrees. Water color was clear to stained a little bit, lightly stained. Just wasn't real clear like we've seen it, a few weeks earlier. And depth running from 20 to 28 feet.
Well, yeah, 25 to 32, something like that.
Yeah, you've had me out there in 32, 34 foot of water a few times. You sure did. So anyway, and using the minnows and caught a few on the grub and that kind of thing. But we caught a lot of small crappie.
A lot of small ones too. Sure did.
And which is a good sign.
David, them rockfish is out there too, man. I'm telling
yeah.
you what, Lord, that depth finder was just plumb covered up with it, 35 and 40 feet out there. It just rockfish everywhere.
Yeah, I should have got that on when we seen them rockfish on there, which we suspected, because that's where that one come from there, right down to the boat, and they was just the depth finder, just big arches everywhere. So we knew we'd kind of hit on top of the school.
Yeah, get off that.
And that kind of thing. But them rockfish usually get back of them hollers where the minnows are at and go to breaking, feeding on them. Let's see. We don't have them, Mike.
Dial pad key, then press the
Invalid entry. Hold on. We got something wrong here. You better hang it back up. I guess we better let him call back in. So we got something on hold here. All right. Now, wait a second. Now we got him. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello, caller. Hey, calling in. Calling back. Hello. Can you hear us? Hello.
Hello?
I'm not getting anything, Mike. Got something wrong here. You got the box on?
Yeah.
Okay, caller, can you hear me?
Barely.
We're not getting anything. Okay. Hello.
Hello?
I don't believe you got the thing on, Mike. Tell you the truth about it, because I'm not hearing anything. I'm not getting anything off the phone. Just stay tuned there, caller. We'll try to figure this thing out and get you on here just in a second. I don't have something on, Mike. It's on your box back there. That's the speaker. Hello. I heard something then. Okay. Now I think we got something. Hello. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you barely.
Okay, Tony, I'm probably talking a little louder than I ought to because I just barely am hearing you. But on my headset, that's the thing. I'm just barely hearing you on the headset. Hey, how's it going, Tony?
It's going pretty good. I just been I feel like it's feeling good, but I'm ready to go fishing this weekend.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured too. You helped the volume a whole lot, Mike. Try it again. Yeah, I knew something was wrong with you. You had some problems that you hadn't been in a while, so I was glad you called in and let us know what was going on.
Yeah. I'll talk to you next week. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, barely.
Barely hear me? I don't understand what the deal is here. Let me check my mic here on my belt. Yeah, it's on. We got this new box in here, and Mike's trying to figure out how to work it and that kind of thing. So you're kind of giving us a test on it and all that kind of stuff. But listen, good to hear from you.
He can't figure it out, but ain't got a minute hook to it.
Oh, Mike, he said you couldn't figure it out and didn't have a minnow hook to it. I think you're right, Tony. I do. I really do. I think you're right. Anyway, good to hear from you, buddy, and we'll be looking forward to seeing some pictures next week.
All right, see you.
Okay, buddy. See you, Tony. All right, Mike.
Picked up a little bit there on the end.
I don't like that. We'll have to get Dylan in here to look this over.
Yeah. Right.
Something's not right. We not got the right connection or something there. It's not near as good as it was the other day on that situation. Anyway, we got talking about the crappie. We caught several small crappie, and that was a good sign.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he said you had to get this thing on. Anyway, we'll do something different here in a minute. Yeah, see, I can hear the phone buzzing there now, and that cuts it off. So you have to answer it yeah, okay. Maybe we got it figured out now. All right. Anyway, we caught some small crappie, which is a good sign, like I said, and you caught a couple of bluegill, which that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
You caught a few catfish, which that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't believe that was a catfish on that grub.
Yeah.
That I had there.
Yeah. Caught some rockfish.
Caught a couple of rockfish.
Couple of stripe.
Couple of stripe, sure did. you know, and that kind of thing. It seemed like the last point that we were on, we caught, I don't know, probably 6 or 8, maybe a dozen fish off that one little old point there that run out, and which there's 3 or 4 of them keepers, and the other ones was too small, but they seemed like a lot of fish right there on that on that point, and the sun was setting and going down and behind the hills, and so I don't know if they just started biting or they was just plenty of fish right there on that point.
I think it had something to do with just it being on that point, the right depth and everything, there, and the structure and stuff there.
Well, that's probably true. There was, you know, we didn't see a lot of boats.
No, we did.
You know, down there, we were in the Maple Grove area. That's where we put in, and you know, fishing down in that area of the lake there, between Uchi and Maple Grove, and just looking for them. You know, Mike looking for that structure on his electronics there, and when we'd find it, and I showed it there, some of it on the film there. It was 2 or 3 times there. I got the camera up and put it on the electronics there, so we could see. You could see kind of what we were looking for, and you know, you might find 1, 2, 3 fish in a place like that, and you know, you might not get a bite, but then they seem to be around it.
Oh yeah, they're ganging up.
Yeah. So anyway, we got a good mess of fish, and that was great. So got them in the freezer, and they'll be good here, Mike, right after Christmas.
Oh yeah, yes sir. I guarantee.
Yeah, sure will.
They're good anytime. It don't matter what time of year it is.
That's right. Okay, we're gonna let's get into these fishing reports. While it's on my mind here, Watts Bar, talked to several people, crappie fishermen, bass fishermen too. They're catching some bass on spinner baits. Just, I mean, the guy told me, said they just had a phenomenal day down there this past week. Just, I mean, y'all caught some nice bass, catching them on spinner bait. And I said, well, was it around the grass? He said, we just caught them everywhere. He said, that was the deal. You know, we said, off the grass and off the rocks, the fish are, you know, and if you get to watching the bait fish, they're kind of, some of them, a lot of them's in the back of the pockets. And anyway, spinner bait, and he said he caught a couple of fish late that afternoon on top water.
Yep.
So that sounded pretty good. So that's just a little bit of what's going on there on Watts Bar that we know of, plus the crappie if you want to fish for them. I don't know how the guys are doing this trolling for them. I'm sure they're probably catching some also, and that kind of thing. You know, we always said that if you're catching them 30 foot deep, somebody's in there catching them 5, 6 foot deep or whatever around the treetop or something. This time of year right now, the water temperature's not got that cold yet, and now I'm sure it kind of changed a few degrees on the surface here in the last couple of days, Mike, without a doubt. We've had 2 pretty cold days this week.
That wind had a lot to do with it too.
The wind had a lot to do with it, sure did, without a doubt. Let's move on out to Dale Hollow. Talk to Max Meredith, and there's been several of the guys that we know. Bill's and some of Bill's friends introduced me to them a few years back, and they are all out there running in and out fishing. They're catching some smallmouth out there on Dale Hollow right now, and I think Max went out a little while. He's back home, but he went out. He was out there Monday, and he went out and fished a couple of hours and caught a couple of fish, and then he had to leave. and but he told me David Duvall was out there Monday, and he talked to David later on that night, and I think they had 14 nice smallmouth that they'd caught. You know, that's a good report to hear from out there. And, you know, the weather conditions out there will be a lot different. You know, it's not that far out there, but it's up right there on the edge of that plateau, Mike. And yeah, we get rain here, they can be snow out there.
Oh, I guarantee.
And but that's just the nature of it. It's you know, right now is a good time to be out there, and I sure hope, I know Bill's planning on going tomorrow after he gets it back from the doctor, and hopefully he'll have a good trip, he and Max, and go from there. But then talked to a couple of guys that's been on Norse. It's just, right now up there it's hit or miss. I mean, they go out there and they'll fish a tournament, 4 pound will win today, and next week it takes 10.
Yeah.
And but the fish, you know, and so it's just right now it's hit or miss on Norse. Talked to 2 or 3 different fishermen up there, and they hadn't. They'll tell you they're not doing near as good this year, this time of year, as they were last year, and don't know why or how come. It's, you know, don't know if it's due to the water temperature on Norse was about 3 or 4 degrees warmer than Watts Bar, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so maybe we get somebody to call in that's been on Norse here in the last few days and fill us in on how they done and what's going on up there.
Well, you get up there, and if you're one of the guys that fish for the largemouth, you may catch you 5 largemouth and weigh a pound apiece or something. You got 6 pounds. Or if somebody finds a smallmouth bite and catches a good 18 incher, he can bring in probably 3 pound or something, and gets a couple others to go with it, and you know he can bump up there at that 10-pound mark or something. But it just depends on what you're fishing for up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Lucky to get a good largemouth, and you know you come in there 12 pounds or something. You know.
Right, right. Well, that's true. That's true. The clear water and the bait fish and stuff. I can see on a bright sunny day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't want to be up there.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah.
tend to rather to be overcast and blowing a little snow.
Yeah,
It's,
that's right.
as to try to catch them in that bright sun, as clear as that water is. But you know, it's just a nature of the beast up there, I reckon. The minnows is you can find them. This one fisherman told me, said the bait fish, you can find the balls of bait fish out there 30, 40 foot deep, and then you can go in the back of the holler and in there and 6 foot of water and minnows running on the bank.
Yes, yes.
So it's a little tough up there right now, from the fishermen that I talked to. So anyway, got those 3 reports. Hadn't heard anything from anybody on Milton Hill as far as the crappie or the bass. And there at Solway Bridge, when I'm going to work, there's been very little activity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a sure sign that
Slow.
it's slow, Mike.
Yeah.
A month and a half ago, they was 6:30. They was already 2 or 3 boats in the water there, you know. So maybe we'll find out something right here in just a second. Let's try this again. Hello. Hello, caller.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Steve.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me,
What's
Bill?
up, Steve and Mike there, buddy?
Yeah, Bill, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you fine, Bill.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I just to was watching the show there, and I want you to know that me and old Max, I got to go to the doctor in the morning at 10:30.
Yes.
And check on this knee, but it's doing real good. And me and old Max is going to the holler, and our good friend of yours and Max, mine also, old David Duvall, he's coming up and going to be with us. And so we're looking forward to having a good time. If you and old Mike can get off, just come on and go with us.
Bill, I love to, and if things go good, you may see me Monday morning.
Yeah, well, I got a couple of good fishing reports. I went up to the gas company a couple of days ago, and a couple of boys up there was out in the. And when they decided they'd go fishing under that there big moon.
Yeah.
And but they caught the far out of them up there, and most of them was in Big Creek, and they had some really good fish. They showed me some pictures of them, son. They really did, and this was under this past big moon.
Boy,
but anyway. When you get off the show here tonight, give me a shout here at home.
Okay.
I sure appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
Good
buddy.
See you, old buddy. Bye-bye.
Okay, buddy. See you. All right. That's good. Now, you done good on that, Mike. Got Bill out here where he could, the people on the TV could hear him also. That sounded good. Bill, Mike and I will give you a buzz as quick as we get out of here, and I want to get more on that report. You know, I know Bill, Wesley and I were up there on Friday night. Mike and I were on Saturday night of the moon, and we just didn't. I think we put 4 fish, Wesley and I 4 in the boat, and I missed 3 more that had hooked and got off. And then Mike and I went, and I think we caught. I don't know if you catch. Did you catch a fish or is?
I caught 2.
You caught 2, okay, and
Lost 3.
Lost 3, and then I think I caught 2 or 3, a couple, and missed 2 or 3 more. So anyway, we didn't do all that great, but we finally figured out where we thought they was at. But we'll tell you about that later on. But I'm glad your doctor's visit's doing good, your knee's doing good, and. If any way at all possible, we might have to make just a one-day trip out there, but we'd sure like to get out there and get on some of them smallmouth on Dale Hollow.
Yes, sir.
And so we'll give you a call when we get off the show here tonight and see what's going on.
Didn't you talk to George there, and he was showing you all them crappie they was catching out there too?
Yeah, we had that film last week. George and his buddy had the 15 of the best, and 2.5 hours. I think the text was they caught 27, I believe it was, in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And they put the best 15 of them on a picture there and sent it to me, and we showed that last week, Mike.
He's talking about them catching smallmouth out there then too.
Yeah, he told me I always get a report from him. They like the minnow fish, you know, live bait fish,
yeah.
And he's got several of his buddies there that do the live bait fishing out there, and he said, you know, they was catching them in there shallow, 6, 8, 10 foot, and some of them catching them out there 30 foot. Mm-hmm. On the live bait, you know, and a lot of times they'll just throw them minnows out behind the boat and let the wind blow them, just drift.
Yeah.
Just drift fish, you know, down the bank or something like that, and sometimes they'll be anchored out, tie off to the bank, pull out there and drop anchor. Mm-hmm. So they just fish them different ways, Mike. They sure do. But anyway, we'll see how that goes, and maybe we can make a day trip out there or something, Mike. I can't say a whole lot. Sherry's watching.
Yeah.
I don't want to give her any ammunition. Tell me what. reasons why I can't go. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't want her to have any. She don't need to know all that anyway. Yeah, just get up real early and take off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lordy. Anyway, we'll give Bill a call when we get back. Get that box there, Mike, and we'll do that. And all right. Well, I know we're not zoomed in, but right there is one of the baits that's real good at Dale Holler right now. That's Bill's Yalla and Chartreuse, folks. That's that right there is a dandy. And you know, when I was out there last winter, it made a difference of what color head you had on that thing.
Yes, sir. And
I mean, a white head, a
the
chartreuse head.
Yeah.
You couldn't. I mean, you'd think, well, what the heck? And then we had the chartreuse head and the yellow head.
Yellow head too.
Yeah, and it's you know, I mean, I'm telling you, you couldn't get a bite on the wrong. If it had the wrong head on it, you couldn't get a bite on it.
That's right. That's right.
And I mean that. Don't tell me them fish are not color oriented, because you just couldn't get a bite. As a matter of fact, the dang yellowhead was the one that's catching all the fish.
It was.
And you couldn't, and there I was with a whitehead on them, and couldn't get a bite, and put a yellowhead on the yellow and chartreuse fly with a yellow head on it, and buddy, I didn't make 2 casts. Bam. So you know, it's crazy. You know how a fish that's that blame color oriented can, you know, make a distinction when he's coming at that thing for 90 miles an hour, Mike.
Yeah. There was one that we was throwing out there that didn't have that little streak of that. What's he calling it?
Yeah, the flashy boo.
Flashy boo stuff like that right there. It ain't got none of that on it.
Yeah.
This here's got just
got a little in it. Got a little in it.
Little old bitty streaks of it. It kind of looked like the stuff you put on a dang Christmas tree or something.
Yeah.
And throwed that one that didn't have none on it, and never got a dang bite on it.
Yeah. I know. But anyway, Bill's got 30-some years of fishing out there on that place, and they know what it takes to catch them, and where to catch them at. That's just all I can say. And there's some nice smallmouth in Dale Hollow. I don't know. George told me that he was last week when he sent me that picture of the crappie that this November he's been out there in that neighborhood for roughly 18 years, I guess. And he said it's the best November that he's seen on that lake since he's been fishing out there. And more 21-inch smallmouth brought in than he's ever seen since they put the limit up to 21 inches. But you know, a lot of those guys bring those fish in and release them, and then they'll come, you know, have tournaments out there, and they bring them in and release them. So, but that's he said, you know, seen more this past November than he's seen since he's been out there in that neighborhood, and so that, you know, sounds good. And
I know the largemouth is making a big comeback out there, same as up north.
The largemouth is definitely making a comeback. And you know, you can say the fish are making a comeback, but a lot of them fish are being, and they are, they're catching a lot of those fish on the A-rigs out there. And you know, they'll have the tournaments out there and have 200 boats, you know, in them, and plus or minus a few, and you know, they'll catch some good bags of largemouth. They sure do.
We've managed to catch a few
sure
nice ones out there.
Yeah, Ain't no doubt about it. And without a doubt, Mike, that's a fact. But anyway, folks, we'll see how that goes. Dylan, how about giving us a little break there and show that commercial film there at Reynolds again. Hey folks, I'm back here at Tim's Tires, and as you saw the intro on the door, and they are also open on Saturdays from 8 to 12:30. And you know, I'm just looking at these tires. They've got lawnmower tires, they've got the small tractor tires, even the big tractor tires, and all these tires right here are for trucks and automobiles, vans, that kind of thing. And they've just got a warehouse full of tires, bringing them in all the time and shipping them out all the time. So if you're needing that set of tires, please come by here at Tim's Tires, Highway 27, going into Harriman on the left. It'll be on the right if you're coming from Harriman. And like I said, this place is just stacked full of tires, brands, all kinds, sizes, all kinds, and if they just happen not to have the size or kind you're wanting and the size, just give them a call down here and they'll have it for you, usually by the next day and sometimes by dinner time that day. So remember Tim's Tires, and let them know you appreciate them being a sponsor of the Let's Go Fishing Show.
Not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
We're back. Okay, folks, we're back, and shucks, Mike, I forgot now what I was going to tell you there, while we was taking that break. Anyway, folks, you saw the commercials there. Did you show the Reynolds thing? Because I stepped out to get it. You didn't do that, did you? All right, we'll get it here in a minute. Anyway, I want to thank all of our sponsors, folks, and that kind of thing. Getting close to Christmas here. It's right around the corner. Want to, make sure everybody let y'all know about having a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Anyway, Tim's Tires, folks. We're fortunate to have the weather we're having right now, but do give those people down there a chance to get your business. If you've never been there, they do a lot of road trucks, Mike. They sell a lot of tires to the truckers, and they had the the bottom line was they kept the road beat out pretty bad, and Tim had the place paved up there, and so got a lounge there that you can stay in while they're putting your tires on your cars. You ladies can go inside. They'll take your car up there, put the tires on, bring it back to you, pay your bill, and you're out the door. That kind of thing. And so, give them a chance to get your business. Call down there, price shop your tires. They'll let you know what a set of tires will cost you. And they got all kinds of brands. I mean, if you just whatever you're looking for, they got it. And like I said before, most of the time they'll have it. The place is full of tires. They've got them in stock, and if not, they can usually have them by dinner time that day if you call early, and for sure the next day. So if you're looking for something special, so give them a call, and you guarantee you'll be treated well down there, and they'll take care of you, and you won't find the tires any cheaper. And they just Mike just got a set, and I'm looking at getting a set on the wife's car here in the next few days, and if I can stay off the lake long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I get any worse, you can call a cab and I'll, you know.
It won't be long. I'll be needing another set on the boat trailer. I think my wife's talking about getting a set. So.
Yeah. I'm looking at a set for the boat trailer too, here for too long. So anyway, they've got them. They've got the trailer tires. They've got the car tires, light truck tires, heavy truck tires. Hey, you just have to go down there and look.
Yeah, wheelbarrows,
lawnmowers, yeah, it doesn't matter. Log skidders, whatever you might need. Forklift, hey, they got them. That's just, yep, it's unbelievable, really. And Citizens Bank, folks, you know, can't say enough about those people, and they're handy. They got 5 branches, you know, in our area. Wartburg's the main office, Harriman, Oak Ridge, Oneida, and then they're in Oliver Springs. So they're here close by, and they're local. You know, all the people that work there are local people in that neighborhood, and it's just a family type organization. So and want to thank them for that. Remember Edgemore Outdoors, the sign shop. Pamela Ann's Fudge and Candies. I hope to know something next week about the candies, possibly for Christmas. And then, you know, we're looking at the strawberry thing here in February that Ed does down there at Pamela Ann's. So I'll find out some more information this week and have some information for next week's show for sure. And moving on from there, let's see. And then also we got Reynolds Racing and Marine. You know, we're going to show that little segment I done down there last week on the old side-by-sides with Glenn coming out and pointing out the features on that 5-seater. Just awesome vehicles. The other side-by-side he's talking about is a 2-seater, and you know, if you're looking for a Christmas present, folks, please, of one of those type machines, go down there and check those out. Just look them over. I mean, you're going to be amazed, I think, at the features that those things have, and the possibility of more options than what's already on them, Mike.
Electronic stuff in it there, the GPS and all that stuff in it, radios, and I don't know what all.
Yeah.
Coming in on it.
Yeah, it's navigation and that kind of thing. And you know, it wasn't a few weeks back on the news, somebody was lost. Got lost.
Yeah, Hawkins County, somewhere up there, two ladies.
And
I think they went up to see a house or something up in the mountains up there and got lost.
Yeah, and so, you know, there you go. You wouldn't think about it, but you get disoriented, and it's like being fogged in on the water, Mike.
Yes.
You know, where am I?
For sure.
Where am I? You know. Anyway, you know you're there close somewhere, but you don't know exactly where at. So it does come in handy. Let's see. But yeah, and speaking of Reynolds Racing Marine on the side-by-sides and that kind of thing, got several boats there. They've got several boats and side-by-sides over at the Satellite Store there at 620 Ray Street, there in Kingston.
Main Street there.
Yeah, give them a call, and they'll be more than glad to meet you over there. Something you want to look at. And I'm going to show that right before when we sign off here. Dylan's going to play that little segment I shot the other day down there on the express boats and the side-by-sides. But was down at Reynolds Racing Marine this past week, and I got several several good engines, used engines down there. So if you're in the market for a new engine, and I'm going to tell you, the repair thing, if I'm not mistaken, now what Glenn told me today was the last day, the 15th of this month. It went out. So you know, I hate that you missed it, but anyway, get with them, check with them. You know, I don't know if it's still on or not, but I thought he told me it would end the 15th of this month on the Mercury repair incentives, and you know, to get you to upgrade and get you a new engine and that kind of thing. Folks, this warranty on an outboard motor means a lot. I mean, you know, you lose a piston or something on a power head, you're $5,000-$6,000 just right then. A lower unit, 4,800 to $4,000 to $5,000 for a lower unit if you destroy the housing on your lower unit, and it just goes on and on. I was fortunate with the engine I had. I ran it for 2 years without warranty. I say fortunate. They got a good product for one thing, and ran that thing for 2 years and without warranty on it, and then wound up and traded there back in 2 years ago, and I've got a little over 2 years left on this one, and I'm gonna either trade and you know, before that warranty runs out the next year, and I've got an opportunity right now to buy me some extended warranty, and it's a lot cheaper than buying parts, Mike.
It sure is.
I mean, you know, they're expensive, and so that's kind of my plan, and to try to keep one with some warranty on it just for that purpose. But I can't complain a bit about the service I get out of the Mercury engines. I really can't. They've served me well. Anyway,
I've had mine 7, 8 years, and
7
I
years.
put a compressor on it, 500 and something hours.
Yeah.
I can't complain either.
You know, it's just you know, taking care of them, checking things out, checking them out. You know, like I said, January, which I changed my foot oil a month ago. I went ahead and I didn't want to wait any longer, and I drained it out and put some new lube in it and all that kind of stuff. So mainly I was checking for fishing line around the prop shaft and that stuff too, Mike. So that's I said, well, heck, while I'm into it, I'm just going to drop this oil and put some new in, and I did. So that kind of thing. Well, listen, folks, we'll have some more information on a few things next week, and hope you enjoyed the show. God bless you all, and we'll see you next week. Hey, folks, I'm here at Reynolds Racing and Marine, and boy, I tell you what, I've got these odes on the camera here, and this is a 5-passenger. I'm going to back off just a little bit so you can get a good look at this thing. The wheels, the shocks, the winches. I mean, it's just loaded with all kinds of extras. Got Mr. Glenn out here. Glenn, give us a little rundown on this machine.
This is the latest and greatest. It has, would you believe it or not, it's got heated seats both top and bottom.
Heated seats top and bottom.
It's got the navigation and the GPS and all that. Of course, it's a 4-door, 5-seater.
Right.
It's got at least 17 inches of ground clearance. Got the big shocks.
Yes,
the
sir.
duck beds. It's got the 2 boxes in the side like a late model.
Like pickup trucks got.
Trucks got now.
Yes, sir.
Got a lot of bells and whistles.
Boy, it sure looks nice. I tell you, Glenn, it's just unreal at all the features that's on that thing. I see you got double winches, trailer hitch,
whole works.
Bumpers, everything.
Tailgates, backup lights, signal lights, mirrors, whole works. And then we got some that started at $79.95 now. It's a new Comrade we got in. They're a smaller unit.
Right.
So we go from $79.95 to $18.9. So just come on down, and now's the time, and riding times start pretty soon.
Okay, Glenn, appreciate it, and I'll pass that word along to the viewers tonight, and I hope